Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Hello? Hello, everyone. Let's do a take two of that. Hello, and welcome to the stream. And I'm just going to tilt my mic a little bit. And there we go. Sorry about that. I had to take a moment to drink some water. And then all y'all were like, we can't hear you. And I'm all like, oh, snaps. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. And thank you, Brain Cell, for paying attention for once. What do you mean, no audio still? Little bro, you better not be messing with me. Is little bro telling the truth, chat? On OBS, I can see a meter bouncing up and down, telling me that I am obnoxiously loud once again. Cool! Glad to hear you guys can hear me. Little bro, you're in trouble. I'm not gonna tell you when, I'm not gonna tell you how, but I'm gonna get you. Alrighties. Thank you guys so much for your patience and welcome to the stream. It is a Friday! I love the weekend! I wish every day could be the weekend. And then I wish every day could be a day where nobody ever has to go to work ever. Vacation forever! No school, no work, just blah 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 and video games. Who says I gotta catch ya? I mean, you're always blowing up my DMs. You come to me. Sometimes I feel like a villain. I swear I'm not. I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain! And sometimes you have to play a couple of pranks, get a little mischievous. That's the fun of life. Ooh, and Mr. McGillicuddy says, it's Saturday here. That's cool! Are you having fun? Hopefully it's not too hot where you're at. The temperature has been slowly but surely getting a little bit warmer each day. And I don't like it because when I wake up, I'm just like, ugh, it's warm. And then I have a headache, and I'm like, oh, that's not fun. Evil. My model's a little twitchy. Do you guys mind giving me just one moment to see if I can fix the twitchiness? I am okay. I am okay. My model's not okay. One sec. Uno momento, everybody. I will be right back. I know why I was twitchy. I think it's because I was far too close to my monitor and my webcam, which helps me with tracking and all that good stuff, all that techie jargon. I was far too close to it, so it's like, does not know how to do facial recognition. Bizzed. And I'm like, all right, I understand. Hey, Sentinel! Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Sorry that I worried you guys last week. It turns out that I may or may not have been eating enough for a while, and it caught up with me. That one's my bad. It's just like a lot of the different medicine that I've been put on after my surgery, it messes with my appetite. I just don't get hungry naturally all the time. I know that based off of past streams, I usually get hungry. And I mean, how can I not? I exert a lot of energy when we hang out and play video games, so of course I get hungry eventually. But when I'm just sleepy and left to my own devices during a slow day, it's like, yep, I could really go to bed right about now, not eat, no food, just sleep. Just cat and sleep. And that's kind of what I've been doing, so now I set a timer to eat. So I'm doing a lot better in that regards. Let's see. What have I been eating? I've been eating sandwiches, and I've been eating soup. What else have I been eating? Oh, and fruit snacks. Little bro says, it's winter down here. That sucks, unless you like winter. I don't know, what's your favorite season, little bro? If you had to pick one. Between all the seasons, which one is your favorite? Little bro says, I must slip out again, but remember, I got Clay to watch you, my dear big sister. Dang it, that's right, you did get me Clay. I like Clay. He's adorable. It's a plushie. I got a plushie from a little bro. His name is Clay. Can you put him in the Show Me Live before you go? Hi, Dr. Waluigi. Welcome to the stream. And Autumn. Autumn's a very good season to go for. You know, where it's just finally starting to cool down. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. Very good choice. Very good choice. My favorite is spring because then you get spring showers. It gets a little nippy. Sometimes it gets a little too cold, but I kind of like that because then I can bundle up in all of my favorite blankets. It's the best. Ben says, I'm more of a winter person. I can't stand the heat. Yeah, it's kind of difficult when it comes to dealing with heat, especially when you're out and you want to go places. It's like, what do? You can't control the weather or how hot or how cold it is inside of a building. Sometimes it's too warm. Sometimes they don't put up enough air conditioning and it's like, I think I'm going to suffocate in this building. Thanks, little bro. Yes, make sure to post them so I can share Clay with the class. And little bro says, getting better one step at a time. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I also am wearing my bell again. It makes my neck a little itchy sometimes. So sometimes I gotta scratch. And Dr. Waluigi says, same. Fall to winter is the best time for me. I like the winter too. I love it especially because of Christmas. I love Christmas because it brings all the people I loved together in one place. And then I get to hug them all, and then I get to see them all spend a good time together. Everybody's laughing and having fun, and it just makes my heart so warm and fuzzy. And those are some of my most favoritist memories. Like, when my parents were still around, we didn't do anything really grand. It was just nice spending time in their company, you know? My mom would get me presents, I would get her presents, and we would always exchange. I was always so excited to see her excited. She would just waddle on up to me, because she was a very short, tiny Filipino mama. And she would just waddle on over to me and sit by my feet, and then she'd give me a big old bag of treats. She was the best. And Dr. Waluigi says, won't be staying too long as I'm watching a movie with my bro. No worries. I hope you have fun watching your movie with your bro. You make lots of fun memories. Maybe you guys do a little fun commentary on the side. And Colin says, what are you watching? Yeah, that's what I'm curious too. What you watching? Hey, Richie. No worries. No apologies needed. Thanks for showing up. Hello and welcome all the same. And with that, you guys know I have ADHD. I can talk and talk and talk literally forever. So let me go ahead and get this show on the road with Grey Owl's entry. I was recently reminded of one of my first teams I used for serious fights. Gotta love it. So we got a Zenless post here. We've got Pulchra, then Anby, and then Nekomata, followed up by a million Boo? Once in a million Boo. And you named them Fur and Tism. Wait, which part is the Tism? Between Anby and Nekomata, I feel like there's a bit of tug of war here. What a name to give them, I swear. But I loved playing as Nekomata. I was so excited to get her as my first S-rank character. Yeah, if you guys have ideally safe posts of Zenless Zone Zero, you are free to post them. Be careful of overly bodacious shots, if that makes sense. If you know, you know. Next up, we've got a post from Colin. This is Oathkeeper. I remember Oathkeeper. I liked Oathkeeper a lot. The counterpart to Oblivion. Much like Oblivion, this too has been in almost every Kingdom Hearts game. Unlike its dark counterpart, it mainly focuses on doing magic damage. How to obtain. Find and photograph all lucky emblems? Oh, interesting. I imagine you have to take pictures of things. What do lucky emblems look like? Are they difficult to see? Exactly. AI art is strictly prohibited because we don't want to support evil AI. So very evil. And Renchi says, the Bing Boo are so cute. They do look like plushies. Dude, if they made squishmallows of Bing Boo, I feel like it would be dangerously accurate. I would need an EOS one immediately. Oh, so cute. And then we'd all become just like Grace and become plushie fanatics about Bang Boo. And we'd all be just a little crazy for the Bing Boo. Because cute, soft, very friend-shaped. Also, pillow. I could use my pillow. Not enough plushies. The plushie army must expand. Sentinel says, lucky emblems are hidden Mickeys. Oh, why does that sound so familiar? I feel like I should know this. Colin says, lucky emblems are the Mickey Mouse logo. Gotcha. Some are difficult to spot if you don't look from a certain angle. Gotcha. And Self-Inscribed says, the plushie army must always expand. Exactly! When Bond's mom came over to visit me after my surgery, and she saw how many plushies I had, she grew very concerned. She grew very, very concerned. She was like, you guys sure you guys aren't hoarders? Do you need help with your plushies? Do you need an extra storage unit? Or, and I'm like, no. We just don't have enough room for, we don't have a special spot for every single plushie. They're just kind of everywhere. I have an entire wall of them to my right. And then there's the couch. Littered with prizes. And then there's plushies all over my desk, and there's plushies all over my, what do you call that? Bookshelf. And I have another desk. I have a lot of desks. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of tiny plushies. And she says, I feel kind of bad for leaving a Twitch stream for the Show Me Live. Don't feel bad. If you ever need to pop into the other stream, I also completely understand. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, Grinchy, I am here to support. And Colin says the worst offender is the Caribbean, as that world has the most collectibles and lucky emblems in Kingdom Hearts 3. Man, I need to play that game again. It's been a very long time. I played 1 and I played 3, I think. Maybe I played 1 and 2. Is there a 2? There's a 2, right? I don't trust the normal order of things because Kingdom Hearts has a lot of interesting titles. I'm gaslighting myself. And I'm also drinking some water too, because I need it. It's so easy to lose track of how much water you've intaked throughout the day. And she says, that's so kind of you, Sohma. Hug. Aw, thank you for the hug, Rinchy. Hugs for you too. Yeah. Colin says the Caribbean is basically Pirates of the Caribbean, if you don't know. That one I do know. That one I do know. I was actually really super excited about that because both me and my mom used to watch Pirates of the Caribbean a ton with little tiny Sohma growing up. And I'm just, my mom thought a lot of the actors were attractive. And I was just like, I didn't have a type for a long time. And then I met Bond. And then Bond became my type. I'm not that twitchy. I get, maybe I'm just excitables. Maybe, just maybe. Thanks for letting me know, Mr. McGillicuddy. If it does it again, let me know. If I see multiple posts about it, I'll try to press some buttons and step away from the camera and bring the microphone away too. There we go. Colin says, I was being specific, just in the chance no one knew what I meant. Dude, I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that movie series. It was always fun watching Jack Sparrow do his silly little run whenever he was in danger. I've got a job done. I've got a job done. He was just a really silly character. How can someone not like him? Well, aside from the fact that he's a total backstabber. Whatever it takes for him to survive, right? Alrighty, let me go ahead and go to the next post. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, I really hope they had Jack Sparrow, they add him to Dreamlight Valley. That would be cool. I would be shocked if they didn't. That'd be a darn shame. Next up, we've got a post from Sentinel. This is my favorite Keyblade. Okay, this is Iron Menil. Menil? Am I saying that right? Menil? I don't see a Keyblade. Where's the Keyblade? Yeah. Oh, is this on a person's back? He's a marionette who acts as a housekeeper for the hub of Night Rain. Oh, were you responding to the Oathkeeper being your favorite one, Sentinel? My apologies, my brain just did not connect the two. Okay, this is a character from Night Rain. Alright, I'm getting things mixed up. He helps out the Nightfarers, the game's classes, however he can, so he's a helpful fella. He's a good NPC. I think sometimes I lean far too close to the camera because I'm like, must read chat. Squint the eyeballs. I see cookies in the chat. Give me, I've been on a diet for so long. I could go for some sugar. Sugar. I want sugar. And speaking of sugar, I probably shouldn't have given Bond some sugar before he went to bed. That's not good for you. You know, you're not supposed to eat sweets before you go to sleep, right? It could wreak havoc on your tummy. And someone says, I've been doing a ton of world building of late. I really need to find a medium to share what I've made. Ooh, that'd be fun. Well, if you ever want to share things like screenshots with us in the Show Me Live channel of our Discord, you are more than welcome to, anytime. Mr. McGillicuddy says, I need to get back into Night Rain, but I don't want to play with strangers. I figured it's a lot more fun when you're playing with friends. Every time I see anything Elden Ring related, I'm just, I take a step back, I point my finger out, and I go, you! You! Stay away from me! I'm not ready to get pounded silly. That game is brutal. And I heard it's even worse if you don't have friends. Sentinel says, the only thing I have left to report on Night Rain is the bosses. I imagine there's some pretty good designs out there too. Aishi says, what sweets do you give, Bon? Well, I had planned to surprise him with some whipped cream. And I did so the second he entered the door. I just like, say, but the stupid whipped cream wouldn't come out of the can. And then it kind of got a little over here, got a little over there. I made a mess. And I felt so bad. I was just like, this is awkward. Alrighties. So, yeah, anyways, not smooth transitioning. Renchi says, I've been playing some Sword Art Online games on my PS5. Cool. They are not bad. I like the gameplay. While I may not be crazy about the anime, I won't judge a book by its cover. Maybe the game is fun. Sentinel says, it's fun when you have friends. There's a three-headed... there's a Cerberus with a sword. A Sif with a sword. A three-headed Sif with a sword. You guys remember Sif? Sif was such a good boy. And next up, we have an entry by Colin here. Colin says, meet Bass.exe. The Battle Network counterpart of Bass... Is it Bass or Bass? From the classic Mega Man series. He first appeared in Battle Network 1 as an optional boss and will only show up when you have 99% of battle chips. That must be difficult. He's encountered at random and has the final chip. Kind of reminds me of Rouge just a little bit because of the whole bat aesthetic. Ooh, I really like his cape. It's like all in tatters. That's kind of cool. So is it kind of like what would you call a hidden boss of sorts? That's neat. You gotta appreciate it when a game does something like this. Doesn't exactly hold your hand or tell you exactly how to do something, but if you like to play the game a lot and dig around a bit, lo and behold, you'll find a little surprise. The game will give you a treat. Colin says, bass. Bass? It's a music name. Oh, bass. Drop the bass, 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 bass. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, don't suppose you want to try Night Rain with us coffee beans, Sohma? Only when I'm ready to suffer. I'm not ready to suffer just yet. Maybe one day. One day. But there's so many other Dark Souls games in the series. Wouldn't you guys rather watch me do those? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are having a lot of fun with Night Rain as of late. Sentinel says Night Rain also has a beautiful moth and a terrifying scorpion duo and an ancient ice dragon. Ice dragon! I love dragons! Dragons, now I'm saying dragons. I love dragons. Dragons are the greatest creature of all time. And she says, I've been getting a lot of art commissions on Twitter. I don't have the money for those, but I also feel bad when I can't pay for their kind offers. Well, then that's just gift art, if you're getting them for free. Those artists are very kind in that regards. Colin says, I'm sorry if I keep butchering this, Bass Base. Google, help me. No, I'll figure it out eventually. fish is very powerful and he has an aura that blocks anything less than 100 HP of damage. Just kidding about the fish thing. I'll show his other forms in the next Show Me Live. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing it. Hey Retro Gamer, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And happy Friday. Or happy Saturday to some of you. Because time zones are weird. And Renchi says, I've just been getting commission offers. That's very sweet of people to offer it, and that everything worked out in the end, regardless of finances. Sylphin says, if Sohma was a dragon, would Sohma's magical breath be, I hope, pink and covered in sprinkles? I want to make donuts! I want donuts so bad. I've been craving donuts. Donuts, donuts. Retro Gamer says, I'm doing good, by the way. Oh, glad to hear it. That's good, that's good. I hope that everything continues this way. I don't know, can you guys see that any better now that I've zoomed in? Yes, you can. You guys can see the character art much more. That's a very cool design. I like the little metallic piece on his head that looks kind of like a diamond. Very sleek, very cool. Alright, next up we have an entry from Mr. McGillicuddy. Here we have Saber joining the Astral Express crew in Honkai Star Rail? What? What are these collaborations? I swear, that's crazy. Kinda wish I was already playing the game so I could get this character, because Saber's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Once upon a time, I did watch Fate's Day Night, and I thought it was interesting. I haven't had a chance to use her as I'm still trying to power her up, but energy is limited for me. That's the gacha life, right? I know the struggle all too well, especially in Zenless, but keeping all the characters, you know, up to speed with levels and powers and weapons and all their side accessories to keep them charged up and on par with the end game that you're currently at. That's a lot of work. I don't know how Bond does it. We also got Archer joining the crew as well. Dude, the red and black aesthetic is so cool. Alright, I have a Devil May Cry complex. I think this color scheme is kind of cool. It's just double thumbs up. You can't see it from me, but double thumbs up for me. This guy, if you correct me if I remember this wrong. Was he just like a grumpy, was he a grumpy personality, but always tried to do the right thing kind of character? What do you guys remember of Archer? Tell me more. Archie says, Dante. I love Dante. Oh my gosh, Dante is so cool. I even watched the weird Netflix series that came out with a weird spin-off of what Devil May Cry 3 could have been, even though the story was completely redesigned. Sentinel says, Archer is complicated. Well, maybe it's time for me to rewatch Fate's Day Night. It's been a really long time for me. Renchi says, I've only seen a few episodes of Fate Zero. I need to try to watch it again from the beginning. You know, you and me both, we could make that a little side project. Mr. McGillicuddy says, you can get Archer for free, plus they will be available for at least another week in Star Rail. I always feel like, hi Nick! Hello! I always feel like it's kind of an insult to the character when you can get them for free. It's like they weren't even worth the RNG, and it's like, they did that to Harumasa in Zenless Zone Zero, and I was like, aw, poor Harumasa. Maybe the devs were like, character's probably not going to be popular enough to incentivize people wanting to pull for his banner. So we'll just throw him in for free as a bone to our players. Make our player base feel valued and sucker them into making more purchases. Buy more Primo Gems, or what is it called in Zenless? What's the currency? I forget. Polychromes. Buy more polychromes. Nixter says, how are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing good as well. Retro Gamer says, Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry. Dude, Virgil's so cool, but he's also such an anti-hero? He's so edgy. They're all so edgy. The whole game is just edge. Hey, Cookie Gamer. Sorry, I was just drinking water. Welcome, welcome. What's croaking? Just hanging out with you and the beans. Mr. McGillicuddy says, Stella Jades. That's the currency in Star Rail. Okay, that sounds really, really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, next up. Before I get too sidetracked again. Alright, next up we have a post from Ender. And Ender says, so I just learned that one of the artists who does accurate drawings of prehistoric sea creatures for Wikipedia has his own side project called Arthro Girls. Arthropod Anime Girls. I need an anime of this right now. Ooh, very interesting. Do we have a link by chance to any of this artwork? To the Wikipedia by chance? That would be good. So that way I can, like, you know, properly showcase this and give credit. Because this is some really cool artwork, let me say. They put a lot of effort into all the detail for every single ridge. All the spikies. Ugh, bugs have so many spikies. It's giving Pinchy Bug. Is it Pinchy Bug? The name here is probably a dead giveaway. And then let me double check chat. Hello, Jay! Yes, info for Debrain. And Colin says, why does Stella Jade sound like a type of gemstone? It does sound exactly like that, which can be converted into a form of currency if you think about it. Sentinel says, Virgil rejected his humanity and forever seeks more and more power. Virgil is always a few steps away from ending everything because he doesn't know when enough is enough. I mean, he is the storm that is approaching. He doesn't know when to stop. He only knows how to go too far. Hey, Jay, thank you for the hugs. Thank you for the hugs. Thank you, thank you. Colin says, just look at the events of Don't Let Me Cry 5, which is a game I really want to play. It's going to be a skill check. I can just tell. Because it's a Capcom game, combos are important. Gentle head pats for the Soham. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, come again. Alright, I'm gonna just go through a couple of these because I want to give proper credit. This one's really cute. This is a horseshoe crab. I like it. But as an anime girl. That's really cool. I see it like almost immediately. My brain's like, ah, yes, I know what this is. I believe horseshoe crabs have been on this earth for a very, very, very long time. And I think their blood has been used to cure several poisons out there, but I don't know which ones. I'll go through this very quickly because I don't have a link. Always make sure that if you post artwork from somebody else, to always leave a link to give the artist credit. This is important, you guys. This is important. And Colin posted, I bought this at a fireworks festival a few weeks ago. Is this Crash Banuka? Or Sanic? The blub hog. Oh my god. He looks so adorably goofy. It's an official plush toy of Sonic the Werehog. Ah, it's trying to go for the Werehog look. That would explain why he looks a little bit different from the game Sonic Unleashed. In Sonic Unleashed, the Werehog is more beat 'em up and then speed gameplay. Why not both? Why can't we have both? You should see the combos he has. It's crazy. Huh, you know, I've never played... I don't believe I've ever played a Sonic game before. I need to fix that. And Colin posted, this is the Yellowtail. Tails' default gear in Sonic Riders. It's a flying type gear, meaning it can fly in the air and through green rings to reach paths only reachable by flying. Oh, interesting. This would look really cool in either a gamer's museum or in an arcade. It looks cool. It looks very realistic too. Alright, let me catch up with chat. Can't look at the Discord and chat at the same time, which is a darn shame. Colin says, I platinum DMC5. Not bad. You did a lot of work. You guys recognized Werehog Sonic almost immediately. That's impressive. And she says, I'll always have a soft spot for Sonic Unleashed. Aww, That's cool. I'm glad it has a sentimental spot for you. And Colin says the HD version of Sonic Unleashed the Werehog has a ton of combo possibilities. So is it like a fighting game of sorts? Cricket Gamer says that's more for Sonic Frontiers, I think, but never played it. Same here, same here. I forget, is Sonic Frontiers revered as good or bad? Because I know there was one bad Sonic game that I have to watch out for. I think it was Sonic 06. I think that's the evil one that no one should play. Ooh. Alrighties. Next up, we have a post from Colin. I made this using Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirit Battle Generator to make Sohma and Bon a spirit battle. Aww, thank you so much for thinking about us. That's awfully sweet. This took a lot of thinking on how I wanted it to look. Hope you like it, as I need the two of you in attack type spirit. Yes! Are we gonna come down like a flashing meteor? That would be fun! I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Why are we next to a Kirby? I like that Kirby is involved in this picture. I just don't know how. Roll stamina. Conditions, only certain Pokemon will appear. Food items will appear. Enemies get stronger after eating. I know I would. As I am prone to forgetting to eat. Enemies is easily distracted by items. Ah, interesting. So the enemies have ADHD on this stage. I like it. Colin says, look up all the Werehog combos in Sonic Unleashed HD when you get a chance. Okie dokie. Colin says, I picked Kirby as you and Duck Hunt as Bon. Aw, thank you. Appreciate it. I love Kirby so much. He's such a tiny little pink menace. Cricket Gamer says, oh, so true. Sonic Boom is a hidden gem where it stays hidden. Sonic Boom is a series, but it's also a game too, right? Right? Renchi says, hope everyone feels cozy today. Me too. Ooh, right when you say the word cozy, I suddenly just want to do a big stretch. Big stretch. And just relax those muscles. Colin says, the Pokemon that would show up is Eevee? Actually, Eevee? Oh, that'd be so cute. And Cricket Gamer says, yes, it's a show and a game. I really like the show, so the game's probably really good too. Maybe I'm just biased because I have that association with the show itself. It had a really good sense of humor. Knuckles was obviously my favorite character in that show. He did not almost blunder a baby. Hey, Lumi! Hi, Lumi! Welcome to the stream! Hope you're having a good day so far. And happy Friday. IC says, I see a lot of VTubers react to Sonic Boom out of context. It's such a good thing to react to out of context, but I've seen almost all of it, so it's kind of like, I recognize this. It's about to get real crazy. And Rusty says, the Sonic Boom games are not that great. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. If you could improve Sonic Boom in any way, shape, or form, what would you have changed? Renchi says, the bell scratch in the last stream was so cute. Do you want another one? I could do it again. My neck is a little itchy, but hopefully it's not an itch that grows with each scratch. There. There you go. Just for you. Lumi says, it could be better, but I'll survive. Aw, I hope things get better for you. Are you able to just wind down after a long day? Maybe get a little snack, a little treat? I like to get myself a little treat when I'm not feeling too good. Like, for me, a boba, get me an original WoW from Kung Fu Tea Boba, and I take a sip of that, my eyes glow, my pupils dilate, and suddenly I'm just like, oh, the world ain't so bad anymore. Sometimes food and drink can have that effect on a person, you know? Lemmy says, I saw ball. Oh, I'm not reading that out loud. No! I'm wearing a bell right now. I like to dress up for my streams. It makes me comfy. If I'm not wearing something frilly, I don't feel like I'm myself. I always have to wear something frilly. And Rusty says, what I could change in Sonic Boom games, mostly the entire gameplay engine. Oh no, the gameplay engine is it jank? Tell me more. I'm fascinated by this, just because I've never heard people say anything like off about Sonic Boom, so I want to hear your take. I'm very open-minded to it. Then he says, tried that, got an eggshell in my ramen, and no boba in my matcha milk tea. Aw, man, I'm so sorry. Some days are just boned. For lack of better words. Some days are just one of those days where you just gotta hang up the towel and just say, all right, universe, I get it. I'm just gonna sit here and try to relax and do nothing. What do you mean out of context, Sohma again? Alright, let me go ahead and continue this once more. Sorry for the delays, my friends. Next up, we have a post by Colin here. Oh, how pretty. Here's something from the Sunset Beach event area in Sword Art Online Integral Factor. I took this screenshot because it would have been crazy to not take a picture of a sunset on the beach over the ocean on a summer day. I miss going to the beach. That's it. That's a goal. Before it gets cold, I want to go to the beach. I want my stupid incision to heal already so I can go to the water park. I want to go to a water park! I miss it. I miss the beach. I miss water parks. I want to go down a water slide. I want to go to the lazy pool. I like the lazy pool because then Bond just pushes me like a little choo-choo train. I miss these things. I can't go in the water until my incision's fully healed, but I still have some scabs that are working their way off my head. Rusty says, it's really close to as bad as Sonic 06 gameplay, it's just really janky. That can make or break a game, to be fair. If the controls are janky, then it can ruin the momentum. One of the things that I imagine Sonic has that is his greatest appeal is how fast he moves, how smooth he moves, how fast he can attack. Like, it's all about speed. Speed and smoothness. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. This is just an outside perspective. It is a wonderful, wonderful sunset. I agree. Very good picture. And Colin says, also, I avoided getting any other players in the shot just to avoid any trouble. I imagine that getting the shot without any other players in the game, it's a multiplayer game, right? That must have been difficult. Rusty says that sunset reminds me of beach scenes in Kingdom Hearts. It did for me too for a split second. My brain was like, Kingdom Hearts? Then I read the message like, nope, not Kingdom Hearts. And she says, BRB, gonna get myself some water. Good for you. You go get that H2O. In fact, I'm gonna take my own advice and take another swig myself. She says, by the way, Sohma, have you and Bond shopped for headphones? Not yet. Not yet. Unfortunately, we are timing things just so. Oh, there's a piece of fluff just floating in the sky. Hello, fluff. Hello, fluff. Oh, it's in front of chat now. I saw a piece of fluff. Rusty says, if not Kingdom Hearts, why Kingdom Hearts shaped? I know, right? It tricked us. It tricked the brain cell. But I will still be on the hunt for those headphones regardless. I have a mission, and the mission is cute LED cat-shaped headphones. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, hey Sohma, if this is Show Me Live is short, is it okay to post a few more or no? Ask me when we reach the end, and then I can give you the yay or the nay. And Colin says, I had no idea you would get that feeling of Kingdom Hearts in this screenshot I took in game. Yeah. It was just the overall vibe, the feeling, the way the 3D models looked. It just felt like Kingdom Hearts for some reason. Next up, we've got adorable artwork that Sarah made themselves. This is their art. Sarah says, hi Sohma and Cafe. Happy to see this segment back. Hope you are feeling well. Wanted to share one of my fur babies wearing unnecessarily frilly clothing. Let's be real. Frilly dresses are love. Yes, they are. You understand. That is a beautiful frilly dress. Oh, so wonderful for summer. And with the parasol, too. And the rose is there, and it matches everything. And the twin tails, and the twin bows, and the twin tails. Oh, super adorable. I'm, like, super excited. I have something very similar in mind that I want to buy online. But it's a sundress. And I want to give it, like, basket accessories. Basket sandals, a basket purse. And I also have a sun hat that my mom gave to me years ago I never got to use, so I thought I'd finally give it purpose and give it an entire ensemble. That'd be great! I'm really excited to try that out this summer. I've never really tried on summer dresses before, so I figured there could be a lot of fun. Seriously though, you did a great job with this illustration. Here, let's give it proper attention and zoom into it. Look at the ear fluff. Can we all just appreciate the ear fluff? Now that is some fluffy ear fluff. Oh, it's so soft. That's adorable. Good job also on getting all of the laces and the curves, especially in the umbrella and for this part of the dress here. My gosh. I also find it really cute, but also very pretty that the bottom part of the dress is transparent somewhat. Like, that's just a good design choice. And even these pieces here look like they extend out like wings. Oh, how very pretty. You put a lot of thought into this design. Great work, Sarah. Oh my goodness, you are an inspiration yourself. Keep doing what you do. I love seeing your artwork. Thanks for your submission. I appreciate it. Aishi says, the pink and green remind me of a watermelon, and that reminds me of summer. Alrighties, next up, we have an entry from Renchi. This is the new future Warframe Caliban Prime? I always want to make sure I'm saying this right. A hybrid of Warframe and sentient with his signature melee weapon, Venato Prime. A personal fun fact, the Venato almost sounds like my name. That's cool. Interesting. It's got a lot of blue. But I like the way it's integrated across his, like, down the center, through his weapon, through these floaty bits on his back, which is probably a part of him too. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. You guys have been my only source of Warframe news, so you guys always keep me updated. Jojo! Jojo! What have you done? It's another food picture! Jojo says, just doing my duty. We've got a burger with the pickles. We've got, speaking of watermelon, there's watermelon and it looks like potatoes. It's the potatoes. I feel like there's something missing at the center of the plate here. What did you eat when we weren't looking? Why aren't you sharing? I'm like hangry, so I'm gonna start biting my microphone now. No, I won't. No, I won't. This microphone was expensive. I will not bite the mic. I will not. We've got more food pictures from Shoujo. This time it looks like we've got baked potatoes with sour cream and onion. And salad. And chicken. There's chicken wings. You know, this is straight up summer food. It's summer food. Thomas says, Sohma, how are you doing, my friend? I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're doing good too. Colin says, interesting weapon design. Yep, it is our classic shoujo food post. It wouldn't be a Show Me Live without food being a part of it. Exactly, Colin. You posted. I just saw that as I said it. Exactly. You get it. There's gotta be food. There's always gotta be food. Mr. McGillicuddy says, I don't know why, but I suddenly want to post a picture of a perspective shot. I'm not gonna say it in those words. I've seen people say it in those words just to get a whole bunch of eye emojis and just to get a behind the person perspective shot of Donkey Kong in his Kong Bonanza form just to mess with Sohma. Huh? Wait. Why would that mess with me? What? Now you're just making me curious about it, Mr. McGillicuddy. What in the world could mess with me when it comes to taking a screenshot of a video game character? Yeah. Rusty says, no biting the mic. Bite on something cheaper, like $100 bill. But the germs! Do you know how many people may have touched that over the course of time? Oh my goodness. And she says, dang, I missed my post. That's okay. If there's anything else you'd like to share about the, what do you call it? About the, I already forgot. What's the game called? my brain is not working. About the weapon you shared with us today from... Come on, I can do this. Come on, I'm gonna try really hard. Brain. I know my brain's recovering, but I know you can remember. You literally just read it. Something Prime. Their name started with a V. Oh, Warframe. You guys... I looked at chat. I cheated. I was really gonna push myself to remember. Oh, man. I can't believe I forgot like 5 seconds later. Ah, don't you guys hate it when that happens? It is what it is. Thank you guys for your patience. Sometimes I'm a little embarrassed by it, but thank you very much for your patience. Aishi says, if only Shoujo took a picture of coffee with a cat mug. Oh, I could go for some coffee right now. I know I sent the Bond to bed, but I'm tempted to go back in the room, jump on the bed, and say, Bond, I need coffee. I could really go for some coffee. I'm sleepy. I'm genuinely sleepy right now. And dehydrated. Hello, water. You're my friend. There we go. Hydration check. Alrighty, next up, we're gonna move away from the food pictures for now. We've got a kitty from Ace. Ace says, found this random cat at my front door. Cute! Did you welcome him in? Did you ever give him a nickname? That's an absolute cutie. Cutie patootie. They seem to be curious about what's going on at your place. They're looking inside like, that place looks kind of warm and cozy. I bet I could scratch up that furniture. He's eyeballing potential territory he could call his own. I know, right, Sylvan? An absolute cutie patootie. And next up, let me add a heart to that. Too cute. Garrow says, I have photographic evidence that I have reached top 5 in the global scores of this song in Dead as Disco. I am proud of this one. Ooh, very nice. I don't know how the numbers work, but that right there is an S rank, which is usually the best one. Usually the best one. It's from a song called Neko Neko Let's Go. Now I'm very curious what this song sounds like. I gotta look this up later. I have the power of the internet and the power of typey types. Neko Neko Let's Go. It must be a good song if you practiced that hard at it. Surely I'm not gonna find something that's fully techno-based, like Adrenaline Rush Sugar Overload. Oh, and Bond put the stop signal here because this, I guess, is where we finished. Because, yeah, we usually stop taking submissions. Yeah, we stopped taking submissions the day of the show of Me Live. This is the plushie I asked for. Little bro got me this plushie. His name is Clay. He is a plushie of C4, so he can explode. Whatever, he's just watching me menacingly from my desk underneath my microphone with this cute, adorable face. I'm just like, hi, buddy. How are you doing? Hey there. So he's my friend now, and hopefully we get along okie dokie. I hope. If I wasn't being threatened by cute, adorable Clay here, you'd be in so much trouble, little bro. I swear. I swear. Yep, he's C4. Some of you might be familiar with him already. Someone says, that's very silly and still cute. I am actually going to call it here for now because, yeah, brain cell's very tired and I will listen to the brain cell. And I will just chill with you guys for a couple more minutes. And then I'll probably find the nearest pillow and take a nice relaxing nap. Colin says, let's now go blowing up anyone or anything up to Kingdom Come. Why not? You're no fun. Explosions are fun. Explosions are amazing. I love explosions. They're silly, they're fun, they're chaotic. Maybe a little messy, but they are very fun. Bakuretsu, bakuretsu, la la la. Thank you guys for all your submissions for this week's Show Me Live. If you guys have more you want to share, we will review them during the next Show Me Live, and I look forward to seeing them. Thank you for everybody's patience, but in the meantime, between now and then, and I'll try to do another one relatively soon. Sylvan says, explosions are fun, and everything is better with friends, so why not explode with friends? Yeah, why not? I agree. I agree 100%. I just want to explode with the do. We'll be right back. Kaboom? Yes. Yes, Rico, kaboom. And Rusty says, alright, hope y'all have a great day. You too, and have a wonderful weekend as well. Make sure to stay safe and stay hydrated and stay cool out there. Or not too cool, depending on where you are. Stay warm or cool, whichever is necessary. And IHD says, have a great evening, Sohma. Bye-bye. Bye-byes to you too. And Thomas says, sorry I haven't submitted any pics in a while. I've been dealing with some health issues on my end, and it's led me to being very distracted. That's okay. First, no apologies needed. Second, you take good care of yourself. I hope you feel better soon. If anyone understands health complications, I get you. I get you 100%. I'm also figuring stuff out on my end. Like, remembering how to eat. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a new Bad Guys movie too. Is it out already? I saw the previews for it, but I didn't think it was gonna come out anytime soon. I still haven't seen the dinosaur movie. Bun, are you around? Are you in chat? Are you listening? I want to see dinosaurs eat people. Some days, you just want to see the nom-noms. Some days, you just want chaos. Sylvan says, I kind of have a thing to share. They're just not as cool as what other... don't even worry about it. I don't care if it's cool or not. But if it's a fun thing that means something to you, then I'm totally down for whatever it is you want to share. I'll share something that I'm self-conscious about if it helps make you feel any better. I've been binge watching a really old anime because it's nostalgic for me. I watched it back in middle school, so the whole main cast of characters were all middle schoolers, so it was of its time, and I was the demographic. I was the target audience for this series. It was called Tokyo Mew Mew, and it's so embarrassing. Hey, little bro, you heard nothing, okay? You probably know about it, though, because you and I go way back. Welcome back. Here, let's look at your photo of Clay. Just because he happened to be in the vicinity. I only made an exception for this little guy because I asked for this at the start of the stream. It's the only reason why this one's the exception. IHG says, I want to watch the Bad Guys, too. And... the naked what? Guns are always naked, aren't they? I mean, what counts as a not naked gun versus a naked gun? Or should I not be asking this question? Maybe it's better to play the ignorant card. I have no idea what you're talking about, IHC. Anyways, look at Clay and his adorable face. Surely he's not about to explode anytime soon. Oh, it's a comedy. It is? Interesting. It sounds like it would be a comedy. With a name like that, checks out. Look, I saw the word naked and I freaked out, okay? Can't trust anything you see on the internet nowadays. Proceed with caution. Mr. McGillicuddy says, when a gun is out of its holster. Oh. That makes so much sense. Why didn't I figure that out sooner? Like, my brain's like, just like, adoy. That makes sense, but then again, I don't know much about guns. I know I like flamethrowers because fire go burr. And Rusty says, yeah, the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson or Nelson. Yeah, that movie looks wild. I haven't seen a trailer for it. I gotta look at it. Yeah, send me a clip, little bro. Go for it. And she says, where I'm at the Bad Guys 2 movie, it's gonna be in theaters September 14th. Ooh, okay. So it's not out yet. You gotta hang in there for one more month and a couple of weeks. You got this, Renchi. Stay strong. I'll wait for it to come out on like to be rented, personally. Because I saw the first Bad Guys movie and I was like, oh, okay. It was alright to me. It wasn't bad. Basically took the plot of Ocean's 11 and then just put it onto animated animal characters, and that was it. And Thomas says, hey, so did Bond ever figure out how to control his animal form, or are you basically the head of the house now? Bond can control it if he likes. Every now and again, he can build up a lot of the magic that got transferred over to him. He can build it up and then transfer it over to me whenever he wants. And it's actually really helpful. On days I'm not feeling too good, he'll pass me some of the magic and I'm like, ah, thanks. Gives me a little extra pep in my step, you know? But yeah, he can control it. I always tell him, you know, if you want to walk around without the dog ears, you can always turn that off. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, all right. As I look at him, I'm just like, okay. All right, keep the tail. I'm going to pet the tail. It's not my tail, so I gotta know. Mr. McGillicuddy says, if you like fire, Sohma, the entry I posted for the next Show Me Live might be your favorite. Hey, I look forward to it. I do love me fire. Rusty says, the bad guys. Basically, furry Ocean's 11. Yup, you got it. Exactly. Jojo, I saw your food pictures. I'm gonna yeet you. I'm hungry now. I wasn't before. I'm gonna send Bon on a food mission after his nap. Food, 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 food. Bread, 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 bread. Did you see the trailer for Zootopia 2? I have not yet, but I've seen its name pop up a couple of times. No fire. I like fire. See all the fire emotes in chat. Destruction. Beautiful, beautiful destruction. Fiery justice. If I could, I'd eat it. But that would really hurt your mouth if you tried eating fire. Don't do that. Not recommended. And Little Bro says, Big Sis, you know you could ask me about firearms. You know I served in the army. Ask me when you have a question, you dork. How could I know what to ask if I don't know much about guns in the first place? Oh! Is there a place you would recommend for gun training? I want to learn how to at least... I want to know how to at least use a pistol. Just, you know, have the experience. The combat experience. If ever there's an emergency, I would like to know what to do if ever I got the ability or the chance or the necessity to use one. I'm not saying that I believe that zombies are real, but you know, in case of an apocalypse, it would be good to just have the knowledge. And do pistols have large recoil or small recoil? How much arm strength do you need to do it? Thomas says, Sohma, what is your favorite kind of bread? I'm a sourdough and whole wheat kind of guy. I mean, I like white bread, I like wheat bread, I like toast. Oh, I love toast, especially buttered toast. Thomas says, so Bon admits he likes being a dog because he chooses not to get rid of the tail and ear? It's kind of hard to say. I'm not going to speak for him, but I'll let you guys interpret that however you deem fit. Colin says, depends on the gun itself. What if it's just a regular old pistol? Although I imagine pistols come in great variations. Rusty says, proper gun training is always encouraged. I would never use one otherwise. I'd be too shaky. George says, since I lost my voice almost 2 weeks thanks to WWE Monday Night Raw, was that fun? I don't know what it's like to see... Wait, did you go to an arena? And were you part of the audience? That sounds fun. I feel like it's back. Wait, what's going on? Oh, hi Sohma. Hello, George. Hello and welcome to the tail end of our stream. And Little Bro says, leave it to your little brother and his buddies. Thank you, but if you're not here, what am I gonna do? It will fight the zombies for me. Rusty says, pistol recoil depends. 9mm uses small ammo and has less recoil. Alright, 9mm it is. Got it. Got it. It's one of those things I can't help but think about, you know? I need to build up my arm strength. I've got noodle arms. Noodle arms, especially after surgery. I'm still building it back up strength. But I can now confidently say I can put buttons together. I can tie bows and shoelaces. I couldn't do that before. It's the little things. It really is the little things sometimes. You don't know what you have until it's gone. And Rusty says, 1911 45 ACP are bigger and has more recoil. I am not going to remember those numbers. So I imagine the bigger the pistol, the stronger it typically is, and the stronger it is, the more of a kickback you're going to get. The bigger the gun, the bigger the ammo. And the bigger the ammo, the more firepower will be needed in order to launch it with proper speed. Little bro says, I'll talk to the others for some pointers. We'll talk in a sidebar convo. Sounds good. Thanks for any advice you'd like to give in the meantime. No pressure and no rush either. Colin says, shotguns have a lot of recoil when fired. Yeah, as much as I love the boomstick, I don't think I'd ever be able to wield a boomstick unless I'm ready to receive some bruises. I know you can really hurt yourself. You can really hurt yourself if you don't know how to handle something like a shotgun. Did you guys know that Bond's mama has gun experience? She knows how to use weapon. She can weapon. And she's tiny. She's a tiny little lady. So short, so small, so tiny. So cool. So freaking cool. Little bro says, no, do not handle a shotgun, big sis. Aww. I can fantasize about it though, right? Yeah, learn the basics, All right, I can build my way up, right? Right? I can work my way there. Gives me incentive to do arm day. Sylphin says, I remember firing a full auto MP5 for my 18th birthday. Honestly, that size and caliber of weapon is perfect for someone like me, as long as I'm aiming at paper. Interesting. I'm glad you were able to have fun learning or having that experience. I hope that everybody was safe in the process, of course. Little bro says the recoil will bruise you. I've heard about that. Can't you also break bones? Or hurt or break ribs, maybe? We've got a lot of ribs. You don't need them all. And Colin says, revolvers have a decent amount of recoil. Dang, that's unfortunate. You gotta have a really strong grip with revolvers, right? IHG says, why not Sohma hold a saw-off shotgun? Oh no, no sharp parts please. I'd be too scared. The likelihood of me accidentally stabbing myself with my own weapon is high. Renchi says, ever fired a Nerf gun? No, I wasn't a cool kid like the other kids. I couldn't get a Nerf gun. I wish I had a Nerf gun. I have 3 good ones. Ooh. And Rusty says, the 44 Magnum revolver is considered the cannon of handgun. It's a Magnum, of course. I'm speaking like I have experience when I don't. I just played a lot of Resident Evil, and the Magnum was one of the strongest weapons in the game. So, yep, it's a pretty cool weapon. Pretty cool, pretty strong. Little bro says, sawed off would be a disaster for her. I agree. That would be a nightmare. I would most certainly hurt myself, or somebody near me. And that would scare me. My objective would be to protect. Accident. Sorgy accident. Alright, that was a fun convo, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this hangout session. This is nice. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend and that you're all safe and you're all warm and cozy. And Rusty says, we haven't even started with the rifles yet. You guys may, if you wish, continue to speak if you guys want to throw it in our Discord. I think that's okay. As long as it falls within rules, then I think it's okay. Mr. McGillicuddy says, speaking of shotguns, while DK64 was in development, they had DK holding a shotgun as a placeholder for his coconut gun. When Miyamoto saw it, he was horrified. I can imagine it wasn't exactly his vision, right? And Sylvan says, thank you for the stream. I hope you have a lovely weekend too. Thank you. I gotta go get my blood drawn tomorrow. Fun. I'm gonna do something weird and show up in a dress. And just be like, hi, I'm ready to get extrapolated. Meow. And then I hope to eat lots of steak with bun afterwards. Where'd my mouse go? I seem to have lost my mouse. And she says, I would love another art challenge. Ooh, I would love to give one once I know I'm able to keep up with you guys. I'm still getting used to illustrating myself, so that I will try for the future. Thank you for your patience. Meanwhile, yep, I only recently added a new emoji to our streams and I'll post it here. This was the most recent illustration I have done. And that's it. I gotta get used to drawing more and more. I've got ideas, but only one brain cell left. Although I think the surgeons might have taken the final brain cell. That's a very hungry Sohma. Alright, you guys have a wonderful night. Till next time!